Silo price update.
Let's get into it.
So today, guys, we are going to be taking a cheeky look at Silo and specifically the technical analysis. We'll be taking a look at Silo on the daily chart, the 4-hourly chart, and the hourly chart to see what's going on with the price action. As we get into this, guys, if you do find it useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By becoming a subscriber, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that said and done, and out of the way, let's jump on down into the technical analysis of Silo.
Let's do it.
So here we are, guys. This is Silo to the USDT daily chart, and KuCoin here is the data source. And here we do have that Fibonacci retracement on here on this particular chart. This runs from the 10th of March through to the high that was achieved up here on the 2nd of April. That was a 931% move that took 23 days to complete. Since then, we had actually traded sideways here for 30 days. That sideways trade for 30 days saw us then moving on up. Now, back when we were in this zone down here, I actually put in what I thought was going to happen, which would be the move to the upside, would find that resistance line, then we'd have the pullback to our 786. Now, actually, in a roundabout way, that's kind of happened, but it was a little bit disjointed. And as I always say, timing is the hardest thing to kind of gauge. And it turns out that actually today is the day that we see this coming down to our 786. Area, so we can see that here, and then we were expecting to have that explosive action back to the upside. Now, obviously, we had that move up there slightly higher, so we do have to be a little bit cautious over that, but this is looking like it's going to come down to our 786, and then from here, we will more likely move on over and go up to that first price target. So with a Silo here, it's looking pretty interesting. We have that move up. We've got that new high up here. We had the pullback coming down, and we're looking to get that into that just under 1 cent area there, confirming that previous resistance line is now support line, and we'll finish that gap. But ultimately, this could actually be the gap closing right here, ultimately just coming back past all these wicks, filling that gap in there. That could be the bottom. So we'll have to see if it goes down any lower. If it is going to drop below a cent, then we have that support line here at 0.00953. Otherwise, right now where it is, which is basically 1.015 cent, then that's ultimately another good area of support. It seems to be forming here across those bodies of those candles. Now, we are, of course, that first price target of 1.8 cent is an 82% move from the current position, and we have found good support here on the 50 moving average as well. And in terms of a relative strength index and a volume point of view, if I just bring the volumes back into the chart, we see we had good volume as that spiked up there, and the volume today has just not been as strong, and it's been good. It's a good sign, guys, because we're correcting the price down and the volumes are also dropping and were really low. So that's a good way to protect the price on the way down. So really good to see that in practice here as well. And we can see the relative strength index here on this chart is at 59, so below the 60 point. Still has huge potential to grow to the upside, but at the moment we do have to be mindful there's more room to the downside than there is the upside. But we'll have a look at the next level, which will be the 4-hourly. And again here, you can see that high getting set just up there. And we can see that the resistance line really coming in at the previous all-time high. And we're looking to just come back down into this area here of the 786 area of the Fibonacci, confirm that as support, and then we should be looking to move on up from there. The volumes, you can see, really decreased quite nicely here over time on this 4-hourly chart as we were correcting the price. So pretty good to see that kind of happen in practice there, as well as our relative strength index now dropping to 53. So we're getting towards the midway point on our RSI, and still huge potential to grow to the upside. So really confident with that. If we go ahead and pull this into our hourly view, here we can see again, what was happening here when we set those high levels. We can see that really coming down. We see the price action as we fell below the 50 moving average there. And we are now nice and low on this relative strength index at 40. So anyone who watches our streams regularly, Chris, or our videos will know that I like to see this thing in the 40 and the 30 area, because ultimately only one place to go, Chris. And where is that? That's to the upside, right?
It is on board your rocket.
Exactly. So from here, we can see that we are looking to correct down to the 786, and we have very little room left of this RSI to support such a move. So if anything, we're probably only just going to fall below a cent if we need to. and then we should be looking to move right back up again. We're looking to pass past 1.1 cent and go ahead and set some all-time highs. And there's so much scope here on this relative strength index to really take advantage of that. But the volumes, of course, have decreased really low, and we're looking for significant volume spikes to the upside in order to facilitate such a good move to the upsides on terms of price, right? So in order to pass through 1.1 and go after the previous high area of this particular candle, which I think came in at 1.5. So in order to go higher than 1.5 cent, we have to have a really good significant volume really coming in here to help utilize that relative strength index for the better. What I'm going to do is just pull this back up into our daily and just talk about those price targets. The first price target here is 1.8 cent. And as I said before, that's about an 82% move. After that, we're talking about a 2.9 cent, followed by a 3.9 and then 4.6. So huge potential here for Silo, but it is more volatile than many of the others, and that's just because it's so low in market capitalization. Not a lot of money is actually needed to move this needle. So you know, it is a little bit more volatile at the moment. But once the project grows a little bit, gets a little bit more money flowing into it, it is going to be less volatile over time. So it is looking good, and I think we're having a short-term correction, which we were expecting. I actually thought it would happen yesterday, but it's actually happening today instead. So I was a bit of a day behind the curve, but nonetheless, it's still doing incredibly well. And I think long term, this is going to do fantastically well as well in 2021. And guys, if you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with all of that technical analysis, new cryptocurrencies, news, and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By becoming a subscriber, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that said, done and out of the way, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care.